everyone. It's Type here, and it's time for the week 6 of the RBL Reddit Battle League. I am Stipe from Helsinki High Jump Kicks, and I'm facing today David of Steel City Snorlax, who is in the run of 1 win, 4 losses, whereas we have 3 wins, 2 losses, and that impressive differential of -4. So this is actually a pretty interesting team. Steel City Snorlax took over Brady's team, of which name I do not recall, and he actually shares the coaching responsibilities with Bill, who beat SFJ last week. So even though they have bad record, actually have been able to beat a very tough opponent who also was able to beat us in week 1. What was I going to say? Right. David at the moment is in Philippines. Is it the Philippines? How you say it in English? I don't know. We don't have any articles in like or the in Finnish language, so I don't know if it's the Philippines or just Philippines. Anyway, he's there. So this is the first time ever that I do a draft league battle with a person who has an earlier time difference than myself. So my opponent lives 5 hours ahead of me at the moment. So that's interesting. I don't know if that will affect the battle somehow. I doubt that. Anyway, the teams. Okay, so as a recap, my team is the same as the weeks earlier. Muse, Comrie, Osmoril, Mega Houndoom, Tangrowth, Trogalgi, Doctor, Braviary, Ninetales, Rotom, Executor, and Cloyster. Whereas he has Rotom, Wash, Latios, Conkeldurr, Aggron, Donphan, Whimsicott, Weezing, Froslash, Axelgor, Flareon, Dartrio, and Crocodile. So actually, this is a pretty cool team. I think did I say that the Mega Aggron is actually his Mega? Well, it is. Anyway, a lot of cool stuff. Pretty slow team, but then there are actually a few very fast mons such as Axelgor, Latios, Whimsicott. Pretty interesting team. I like it a lot, but he has a big weakness, mainly the Houndoom. Literally without like AVs. If we don't count AVs, actually we can count in maybe Conkeldurr. Mega Houndoom in the Sun does at least 80% to every single one of his mods. So as you can see, I'm bringing Sun for a reason. I guess AV Flareon is a possibility if he fears the Sun a lot, I don't know. It actually could be a pretty cool check to Mega Houndoom. He definitely needs something to stop my Azure Cloyster Sweep, so Rotom Wash, Mega Aggron, or something like that. Probably coming maybe Encore Whimsicott. I don't really mind those. Frostlass and Axelgor are pretty annoying mons actually. Frostlass, before I get my Mega off with Houndoom, actually could bring some Destiny Bond, Taunt, T-Wave, Mind Games, which could be annoying. Axelgor having access to annoying moves such as Final Gambit, Taunt, Spikes, could be annoying. But I have some ways to deal with it. Also, I had a prep battle just a few minutes ago, and Command Latios just beat me. Not 6-0, but 4-0. So I had to do some changes for that. I had a pretty heat music, but no, I don't not anymore. It's cool still, and I have a lot of heat, as you may be able to see from the first set. What else? Dodrio actually is pretty annoying. it is. But I have Skarmory, so maybe he won't bring it unless he brings again that natural gift. He brought natural gift fighting against SFJ to beat the Tyranitar. So maybe he brings. I mean, it was Bill who uh, played against SFJ. So I don't know if David is gonna bring natural gift heat. But natural gift fire would be very annoying. Uh, Funnily enough, I believe this is the second week in a row that we don't bring Asu, and it has a great matchup. So that just tells how amazingly amazing my team is. Like, I love this team. I've learned to love it. Anyway, I guess we have rambled enough about completely casual stuff. So, my Ninetales set. Okay, I just want to say one thing. I was actually originally gonna bring Rest because I had a very cool plan, but then just a weird feeling just flew through me. I realized that Ninetales only have 73 HP, and it can't take a final gambit from Axelgar, which sucks. So basically, my idea was that if he leads with if he has Axelgar, I will lead with Ninetales. I will rest on his possible final gambit, and I'll be good. But final gambit kills me, so I actually have to lead with Mew if he leads with Axelgar. You'll see the Mew set, so yeah. Flamethrower, Pain Split, Disabled, Toxic, I guess is better. So Flamethrower for damage, Pain Split for heal. Disable is there mainly to be able to prevent from Frost Lash, Destiny Bonding. Destiny Bond stalling me, I guess. And Toxic for Toxic. You know what Toxic does? Okay, so my life for Chlorophyll. Sweeper, Executor, Solar Beam, Psychic, HP, Ice, Sleep Powder. Okay, this speed, I'm really tempted to go for Modest max speed. But Modest isn't enough to outspeed Axelgar. And I don't know if he would think about outspeeding a Modest Executor with Axelgar. But I don't want to take any risks, because it will be far too cool to just smack it off with, I don't know, Psyshock. I don't have HP Fire because I don't need it. HP Ice is far more important for the Latios, which is a kind of a threat, especially from full before I have my Mega off with my Houndoom. Yeah, just the rest in HP def. Nothing interesting there. Sleep Powder I can just stop some possible setup, including that Combat Latios, and he actually has... He hasn't really any solid speed setup other than Rock Polish Dawnfan, which is not a problem for Executor. I'm pretty sure that Dawnfan doesn't reach this speed. It actually does. Am I too crazy if I actually just speed creep a max speed Dawnfan in case of a Rock Polish set? I guess I could do that because I don't really need the HP anyway. So if it's a Rock Polish Dawnfan, I will outspeed it. I mean, why not? Yeah, I won't be able to outspeed Scarf Crocodile or any faster Scarfers, so that's annoying. That includes Scarf Dodrio, for example, so that could be a huge threat. The coverage is very good. It's pretty much everything except for the Aggron, but I have great checks and even a counter for Aggron, so I'm not too worried about it. If he brings that maybe Flareon offensive one, Psyshock will, at least after rocks, be able to KO it. Mega Houndoom, pretty standard stuff. You can Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, Solar Beam, Sucker Punch. Everything in his team will be brought down to 80%, barring a possible I mean, down to 20% at least. Most of things will just drop in the sun. AV Flareon is a possibility. I mean, that's what I would bring against if I knew that my opponent is gonna bring Sun. And Scarfers are annoying, but like I have very good switch-ins for things like Crocodile, even Dodrio to some extent. Dawn fan, so yeah, I'm not too worried again. And next, my Mew AV set. Um, this is also a way to face some setup if I need to. He really doesn't have much setup options. Just Flareon get like bulk up. I don't think it even does. I guess Dodrio gets SD possibly. Crocodile probably gets SD, but like that's it. He has very little setup. Aggron is there's no way Aggron is gonna bring curse sets. If it does, I'm glad because that's just one wasted mon. Because Houndoom just destroys curse Aggron. And I mean, yeah, coverage is pretty good. I explained Dragon Tail, Psyshock there for stab. 3 Chaos Conqueror pretty easily. Yeah, hits nicely for the physical side, which is a bit annoying for the wheezing actually, but I'm max back. I'm pretty sure I'm actually gonna just do KO. Fire Blast is nice in that sun. It can hit that Axelgor hard. I can just lead with this if he brings Axelgor and just fire that Fire Blast. Try to kill it. It has a chance. It actually kills if it's not HP variant. If he is the final gambit set, it will be HP, but then I won't hit the Fire Blast anyway, and that will be annoying if he brings final gambit. That actually will, because I have very low HP on my team overall. That's not usually a problem, but it is against a possible final gambit. Like Axelgor actually has a huge HP, 80. It's actually huge for final gambit. Ice Beam there for Latios. Latios nice against Dawn Fan. I don't think I'm ever gonna stay in against Crocodile unless it's like locked into Stealth Rocks. I don't know. Or Dodrio either. Skarmory, Wakehambury, Bravebird, Stuffer, Defog. Okay, I need Defog because he has so many spike setup options. Rocks are annoying when I have two fire types. I want rocks because rocks will ensure some KOs, for example, for Houndoom, for example. Max Death Road and Wash doesn't necessarily die the Solar Beam in Sun without rocks. And Brave Bird, I mean, I need something to hit as hard to Latios as possible, and there's Brave Bird for that. All I need to do is really to bring it down to Sucker Punch range of my Houndoom. Yeah, by the way, I didn't even explain. Sucker Punch there for Latios, it does around 60%. So if I brought it's especially for a Scarf Latios, so I can just when it's brought down to the range, I can just Sucker Punch and Mega Evolve, and Latios will die. And Skarmory can just take hits from things like Dodrio unless it's natural gift, from Wheezing. Well, Ninetales is actually better check for Wheezing. And does it get taunt, by the way? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Sorry. And it can check Crocodile or switch in even, and Conkeldurr in some situations. I hope Conkeldurr is not gonna speed creep my Skarmory, because then it will be faster than my tank growth as well. So yeah, you guessed right, it's not a Chlorophyll tank growth. It's a Leaf Guard Rocky Helmet. Okay, this is cool set. With the Sun, these just this guy just doesn't mind about Rotom, he doesn't mind about Aggron at all, even about Whimsicott. I mean, this can't really hit Whimsicott back anyway, but I can just switch into, I don't know, Ninetales or Houndoom or Whimsicott. Mew even, and I can take his from Dodrio and just, I don't know, leech it back. Crocodile can't do nothing against me. Leaf Guard is nice because it prevents Rotom from burning me and Aggron for T-waving me. Mainly those two things, but if there's some random toxics, I won't mind with Tangrowth. Some speed to prevent some speed creepings. Max defense, maybe I just take 1 point away so that I can... What? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, I mean, it's really a decision between Giga Drain and HP Fire. Both actually are very good, but I only can run either. I mean, other of them. Sunny Day is very good because I can just set it up against things like Tangrowth, even Conkeldurr in some situations. I definitely should be able to 1v1 Conkeldurr, 1v1 Dawn Fan. Rotom, unless it's Volt Switch, which it probably is. But yeah, really just my main answer to Conkeldurr, Mega Aggron, even regular Aggron if it brings that Crocodile. And I can also just pass some lead sheet recovery if I can, if I need to. So yeah, that's my team. I really hope this works because my prep battle wasn't very good, but now I have the answers for those flaws that I had earlier. So I hope this will work the way I hope it to. Yeah, the final Gambit Axelgor is such a huge annoyance. Holy shit. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna let you watch the battle now. This is type and this is a battle. And I'm dead. I don't know, I'm just a bit tired. I'm a bit tired right now. But as you can see, no Axelgor, like, oh my god, that's huge. No Axelgor, no Frostlass either. And give me a shock. Yeah, my opponent brings Flurry and I expect as I said, it to be a V. They're squeezing, I don't know what it's gonna do. I literally don't know at all what it's gonna do. I guess it could set up these spikes. Aggron, probably Mega. Probably there to phase, set up some hazards, just stop my setup. This Latios, a huge threat, one of his bigger threats to my team, definitely. Whimsicott, which is annoying, but Bravery can deal with it pretty nicely. And there is Conkeldurr. It's hard, but I have my amazing Tangrowth set that just doesn't really mind about Conkeldurr any kind, and I lead with my Sun because Sun is cool. And it benefits my team somewhat. So he leads off with Aggron, and I'm just I make a switch straight away just to assert some dominance. I switch into Tangrowth as he tries to T-wave me. Sorry, baby, but not gonna happen this time. As I'm just gonna get up some lead sheet action going on as he decides to set up rocks. As I decided that my best play definitely is to go into Skarm because I can either set up my own hazards or defog his hazards away. He can't do anything to me. I will get some lead sheet recovery if I want to. I mean, either if I want or not, I will get it. But he rolls me out, which is fine as well. brings in my Mew, and I just think that okay, Fire Blast into Sun will do a lot, and he actually decides to Mega right now, which is pretty cool. I don't even know if Fire Blast does more pre-Mega or Mega. I think it's Mega. And I'm just like, he goes to Thunder Wave, I don't mind at all because I don't need speed. All I mind about is whether I get fully paralyzed or not. And I decided to go for Psyshock to have a better chance of hitting. And he actually decides to go into his Flareon, which I don't really mind because it's actually great. Because I get a lot of damage to it, and it actually can be a threat, so it's nice. And now I just decide to go for another Psyshock. I get fully paralyzed, doesn't make a difference. I go for Ice Beam in case he kinda wants to make a double into Latias to resist my both moves that I've revealed so far, but he doesn't. And he brings in Latias, and it's Latios, Os. And he goes for Calm Mind as I reveal my last move, which is Dragon Tail, and that's fun. And like, Patrick just nailing that set there. Oh my god, that was so amazing. I was even at some point just gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna do a pre-battle at all, but then Patrick came in and saved my ass. Like, I would have lost if I had no answer to that Command Latios. In comes Shweezing, and Sludge Wave doesn't do anything at all because I'm AV and can just fire off. Psyshock does about 50%, and luckily enough I do break through for 2 Psyshocks, and now I just decided to make a play, switch into Braviary, take that Sludge Wave, and obviously it's a poison type move, so it's not gonna do anything to my steel type ass, so I actually just go for Brave Bird because it hits anything at this point. In his team, actually, anything is probably gonna be a 2 KO, which is amazing, and he makes an interesting play, if I recall correctly. Exactly, he brings in his Whimsicott, and he sets up Tailwind, which is interesting, and I just go for Brave Bird. So now he goes for Stun Spore. I don't know why, because I mean, first of all, it misses. I don't think it makes a huge difference. I just get off my defog because I don't want to keep those rocks on my side when I don't have to. Because for Memento it's interesting, but like, I'm not too afraid of his setup, but at the same time this Fucking Latias is such an annoying threat, and he goes for Calm Mind, and I just what are my choices but to just hope that I break through, hit my Dragon Tail, but I do, so that's cool. And I probably should have had a little bit more attack investment, not minus attacking nature, because now the Dragon Tail is not doing anything to the Latios. It would have been so nice to hit a little bit more. He brings in Conkeldure as I make a safe switch into Tangled. He makes a very, very nice double into Latios, getting all the momentum for his side, and he actually goes for Roost as I want to go for a Sunny Day because obviously at this point Executor is my win con, but I don't know. I mean, I guess that was my only play, but he can just start setting up. I want to get up some damage to it and you know, fire off the lead sheet. So my plan at this point is just to bring the Latios down to the Sucker Punch range. And now I just kinda have to sack the Mew, so at least I have forced him to hit me because he knows that I have the Dragon Tail, so he must hit me, and I get to weaken it. And now we are in the same spot as last week. I have to hit Sleep Powder. I really have to. So I do. Because I have to. Obviously. So now I make a pretty ballsy, I don't know ballsy, I just, I guess risky is a better word. I switch into my Ninetales, hoping he doesn't get the first turn, but and he doesn't, he is asleep still. That's great, and now I make another very risky play. Please. Wake up. He does. He roosts. Perfect. Because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fire off a toxic. And now that I can't set up indefinitely, he has a timer. So I'll make a switch back into my Scamry because I just can sack it because I want to keep my son because Executor is my wing gun still. And he actually reveals the Thunderbolt, which is fun because I have the Berry. I predicted the T-Bolt correctly, but at +2 there's no way that I'm gonna take it. So now I just bring in my Mega Houndoom and I'm ready to sucker punch something, but he just switches out, which is a clever play, I'm not gonna lie. But I get off my Mega, which is nice, and I haven't actually even revealed my tank growth set too much, so I can just switch my tank growth into this Conkeldure, and I mean, I'm not even sure if it's the same set that actually Patrick used against me, because it might be, and in that case it is. It is Iron Fist, but I'm not sure about it. Anyway, I get some nice Rocky Halley plus legit damage on it, which is very cool. And I think now I'm just gonna hit that Giga Train to get some damage on something, or do I? No, I go for Synthesis, which is a bad play. Because I was expecting him to stay in, but I don't think he really had any reason to do that. So I just want to get off my son again because, you know, Executor and stuff. But he reveals Flame Charge, which is interesting, but I'm not too worried because I still have Houndoom. So I just go for Leechid on his second Flame Charge too. I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm just thinking that he could have been Baton Pass very easily. I'm just here being like, hey, that's no threat. Holy shit, Baton Pass would have just killed me, but anyway, I get to just Sucker Punch the remaining of that Flareon and hit it to the ground. As in comes the Conkeldure, and I do the calcs, and if it's not Iron Fist and it's not Life Orb, I know that much. Mach Punch has a very low chance of killing me from this range, so I just decided to go for Flamethrower. And if he had KO'd me with that Mach Punch, I still would have been just able to bring in my Weather and sweep with Executor easily from the range where Latios was. So yeah, I get a win, I get 3-0 win, which is pretty nice because I get my my infamous differential a little bit better. It's not -4 anymore, but it's still pretty ridiculous how you can have win-loss ratio of 4-2 and still be on negative differential. It's -1 at this point, so we're making progress anyway. I mean, I guess you could call progress from bouncing from 0-2 to 4-2. I don't know, someone might. I'm not sure if I do, but someone might. And I mean, Houndoom is doing some real work here. Overall record for Mega Houndoom 7-2, 3 appearances so far. That's pretty respectable, I guess. I've been rambling far more than I usually do. I'm just tired, I guess. Next week, G Mars, aka Grant. See you then. This is Type signing out. See you next week. Bye.